Okay, Happy New Year from sunny New Zealand. At the end of my last video, I think I talked about I'd talk about a few plans for 2026, and here they are. If it's anything like 2025, what I thought I'd be doing and what I ended up doing were two completely different things. The Australian Alps walking track in winter didn't last more than a few days when I decided there was no safety margin in it and pulled out. And then the TA at the end of the year, which I thought I'd be doing, was just too expensive. So I've ended up over here doing some other kind of walks that will be popping up on the YouTube channel around this video, I guess. So 2026, I want to start cranking it up a bit because I want to go to America in 27 and start walking some of the long trails over there. So I want to get some Ks in my legs this year. So I'm aiming for a little bit over 4,000 Ks again this year, like 2024 was for me. So we'll see how that goes. So the plans this year, I hope you can hear me over the rain on the roof and the traffic. The plans this year, I'm going to start off the year. Well, the first big walk of the year will be a Nobo, a northbound on the Bib. I'll be starting that as soon as I can to get organised. So realistically, probably late April. We'll see how we go. I don't want to go too early because it'll be too hot. There'll be too many fires around. So I'm watching things from afar. At the moment, there's fires over in WA. I'm watching from New Zealand as they burn, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what it brings. But the plan is, northbound, probably starting on the Bib, starting kind of late April, and that'll be my north and southbound on the Bib, and that hopefully going northbound in early summer, it'll let me experience some of the areas on the southbound walk last time. It was just flooded and I couldn't swim, I couldn't do much at all but just walk and wade through water. So the idea this time is I'll be able to enjoy some swimming. So I might actually start the Bib a little bit slow instead of double hutting, so I can enjoy a bit of swimming if the weather's good, and then maybe crank it up towards the end. So that's the first one. Then after that I'll go home and regroup and sort my food out, see Sam, say hello, and then I want to do a southbound on the Heysen, like the Bib. That'll complete my north and south journey on the one track. So that'll be the big three I've done in both directions in Australia, because I've already done the Australian Alps walking track in both directions. So I'll come home, I don't know, we're probably talking June-ish now, I'm thinking, maybe late June. I'm a long way out here. And do the southbound on the Heysen. I really like the Heysen. It's just, I like the big open skies you get on the Heysen, so hopefully I'll get to enjoy a bit of that. After I get off the Heysen, I'll probably go home again, I think, but then I'm going to return to South Australia, and I need to do a little bit more investigating, but I'm then going to do the Walk the Yorke. The Walk the Yorke, I think, is about a 500k trail. Starts at Port Wakefield. Can't remember where it ends on the other side of the Yorke Peninsula, but it goes around the coast of the Yorke Peninsula. So I'm thinking that'd be an August kind of walk, although I'm not too sure. These timelines are getting a little bit stretched out now. Now I need to kind of suss out the Walk to Yorke a little bit and just see if it's still doable. It was conceived of quite a few years ago, but I'm not too sure how many people actually walk it, and logistics involved as far as tank water and campsites and that. So, but it looks doable and I should be able to make it work. And then the final long one of the year is the Real Speculator. I mentioned this on a podcast I did with my mate Donovan. It's called I think it's called the Great South Coast Walk. It's in New South Wales. It runs from Royal National Park down to Mallacoota in Victoria, along the New South Wales south coast. Now, if I was doing it, I'd probably start it in Sydney. and walk the suburban coast down through Bondi and Maroubra, get across Botany Bay somehow and walk the Kurnell kind of area. So yeah, that's I mean, on the website they have got a website. It comes to 660 k's. Obviously there'll be fair variations on that because there's no actual designated track. It's a bit of a choose your own adventure. So we'll see how that one goes. I think I'll do it. I'm pretty sure I'll do it. And I want to do that one when it's a little bit warmer because there's a lot of inlets and rivers and I'll probably end up swimming some of them. So I'm thinking that'll be September, October next year, I'm hoping. Now, in between, I'll obviously be doing some other stuff. The most notable things are I talked to Petra and Kay, friends Petra and Kay, when I was in Adelaide recently about doing the Clare Valley Wine and Wilderness Trail, I think it's called. It looks like one of those walks. It's almost like a slack pack walk. You take a car out, walk a section, and then you go back to town and stay in a cabin or a caravan park or something. And that's probably how I'd do it. If I can talk someone into doing it with me, so I've got 2 cars, so hopefully Petra and Kay do that with me. And that, I'm not sure how far that one is. I'm guessing it's probably 150 k's, something in that vicinity. I think there is a website online now about that one. It's only a very new track. I found out about it last year from a lady on the Larapinta who kind of does the social media for them. And the other one that I've got bubbling away is with my mate Donovan, is a winter walk on the overland track in Tassie. It's been 30 years since I've been on the overland track in winter, I reckon. I'll see if that's going to be a hard one to kind of fit in. I've got to fit it in around all these long walks on the Heysen and the Bib and things like that. But I'll try and make that one work because, yeah, I like the overland track in winter. Is a little less crowded than normally. Although I believe nowadays there's a lot more people doing it. Back when I did it, we hardly saw a person for the 10 days we were out there. So that's my tentative plans for 2026. That should keep my old body moving, hopefully, and the joints kind of freed up. We'll see how we go. It'll be interesting at the end of the year. I hope I'm more successful in 2026 than I was in 2025 of achieving what I want to achieve. We'll see how we go. So yeah, once again, I hope everyone has a great new year, and I hope 2026 brings you plenty of walking opportunities, and with any luck we'll catch up out on the track somewhere. All right, have a good one. Cheers.